My daughter accidentally stumbled into the same creative trap that Hollywood fell into. Nina here from Ojust Peachy Studios Productions, and I've been having an ongoing conversation with my 12-year-old daughter that I think is a good reflection for anyone out there who's trying to make an income from their art. So this kid is determined to create her own animated TV show she's never seen without a drawing utensil in her hand. I mean, she grew up watching me draw, animate, and edit animated movies and TV shows, so I guess it makes sense that she would follow in my footsteps. And honestly, my other two are no better. Case in point, I caught these two drawing in their beds after bedtime the other night. Anyway, the big one is incredibly creative, and she spends a ton of time world building, creating. She has no delusions about just how much work goes into developing something like that. But she's also 12 and starting to realize that if she wants certain things, she needs money for them. So naturally, her questions started moving from story and workflows to how to get attention. It literally went from, I think this character is naturally shy, so she'll only answer in squeaks, to the fans will like it better if she's loud and obnoxious. Suddenly her characters stopped being themselves and started becoming audience-shaped, even though she doesn't even have an audience yet. And while I do think it's important that she's considering how other people perceive her work, it's clear that it's coming from a place of personal insecurity rather than the art itself, which prompted me to ask her, who are you making this art for? As a freelancer, the bulk of my work has been for higher creative work, where it's not my vision being presented, but instead it's my interpretation of somebody else's vision. And as an editor specifically, a huge chunk of my job is putting myself in the mindset of the end viewer, and the end viewer is not necessarily a middle-aged weird and alternative white lady like me. So yes, it's important to know who your audience is and what they'll understand, but there's a difference between communicating clearly and designing your art entirely around approval from others. Again, personally, when it comes to my own projects, it's a pretty selfish act. I'm drawing this picture, writing this song, or making this video because I want to, not because somebody else wants me to or is paying me to. It's where I get to express myself and have some fun. It's the one place I'm actually not thinking about metrics. That's the work that not only keeps me sane, but also got me the portfolio that got me the paid gigs in the first place. And in the bigger picture, this is part of that same battle, again and again, of expression versus optimization. If she focuses more on the attention factor than the art will suffer, and consequently so will the return on the investment, because in my experience, that's what always happens. Look at Hollywood. The people at the top are business people, not artists. Audiences can totally tell when something was reverse engineered by a committee. It's not a coincidence. And honestly, when I caught my younger two secretly drawing together after bedtime, there was no audience there. There's no metrics, there's no strategy. They just wanted to make something. And that's the instinct I'm trying to protect in all my kids. So now when I ask her, why are you making this project, I try to steer her towards internal contemplation rather than external attention seeking. Not only will she be more creatively fulfilled if she's telling the stories that she actually wants to tell, but she also won't turn into yet another cog in the content machine that runs on marketing fumes instead of human emotions.